Hi, welcome back. My name is Chris. I'm excited today. I'm going to take you with me. We're going to go to one of my favorite local places. It's on the side of a mountain, as long as it's available. And we're going to do a rig walk around. I'm going to share with you my 2016 Jeep JKU. Stick around. All right, so I have just a little bit further to go, maybe 15 minutes or so, not too bad. Hey, I just want to share some quick thoughts with you. Number one, I appreciate you just liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. It means a lot. I'm passionate. I'm on a mission to go from full-time office to full-time adventure, and I'm confident I can do it. You know, what path is that? What does that look like? You know, I'm not sure. Is it going to take me 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years? I don't know. But I just know if I don't start down the path, I'm never going to get there, right? Kind of definition of insanity. If you expect things to change, you just keep doing the same thing, nothing's going to change. So I'm on a mission. So thank you so much, first and foremost. However you found this channel, stumbled across it, whether someone told you about it, I do appreciate it. And I also understand that I must provide something of value, right? You just can't throw a couple videos up there and all of a sudden you're a millionaire and you retire and life's good. Quite the opposite. It's going to take some incredible hard work like you've never worked before, grinding it out, learning, late nights, just sacrificing things, time to go out there and chase a dream. But it takes, you know, you and your support. So, but I have to give back. I have to give value, whether that's through just product knowledge, empowerment of various topics, and of course just entertainment. You know, if no one likes what I'm doing, no one's going to come back and watch week after week after week. So anyway, I just want to share some brief thoughts with you, and I'm just excited. You know, it's like I said, it's not just, hey, hit record and throw some stuff up, although it seems like sometimes people out there, they just, it's super simplistic. It's like just raw video, and you know, they're getting millions of views. Hey, awesome for them. Good deal. That's fantastic. Some people have a harder road to get there than others. What mine's going to look like and what mine's going to entail, you know, I'm not sure. But anyway, yeah. Check this out. It's we're getting into the mountain areas. So we're gonna go, like I said, there's a little perch, I call it, up on the side of a mountain, and I hope it's available. It's just an awesome spot. It is gonna be a little warm today. It's supposed to be about 105. So, you know, it's definitely gonna be warm, but 105, it's not terrible, believe it or not. I mean, if it starts to hit a 110, 115, that's getting pretty hot. But 105 is probably pretty tolerable, and I'm going to throw out the exoshell awning, so we should be in good shape. Well, hey, again, appreciate you hanging in here. You're still following, you're still watching this video. You didn't delete me already, so thank you. Let's go check out my rig. Let's do a walk around. Let's have some fun and see what else we can find out here today out in the desert. All right, so we made it out here to the start of the trail, and I'm not going to air down. You know, it's not too bad. If for some reason it gets a little rough, then we'll pull over and air down. But yeah, super excited. We're out here in the wild, and it's going to be a good time. destination. Looks like no one's there, which is awesome. It's getting a little warm, I don't know. It's probably in the 90s at least, but just loving it. Being out here, all this, I mean, just check this out. Just look at all these mountains around here. What an awesome little skyline. There's kind of like a wash over here. You can tell all the water will flow down into this little ravine area. Super great. As I said, it's a little warm. Definitely looking forward to another month or two here as the temps cool down, because you know we'll definitely be heading out here frequently because it's close to home to get some camping in. Okay, we're definitely close now. Let's get out and take a quick look. It's not too bad. It's a little steep. Nothing to be concerning about, or concerned about, I should say, but yeah, not bad. Just a beautiful area. I mean, it's probably about 11 o'clock in the morning, so the sun's, you know, really pounding, but early morning, sunset. This is just a gorgeous spot. Those rocks really just light up. They have a lot of red in them. Just gorgeous, but we're gonna head up. All right, so we made it. Hope you're enjoying so far. Let's dive in, let's get into it, and let's check out this rig. All right, so we'll start up front. And normally, one of the most recognizable features of the front of any rig is sometimes the light setup. So I have KC products, couldn't be happier with them. Great company, great warranty, great functionality. And over the time, I've been fortunate to get to know some of the employees and ownership in a small way. And yeah, I just love the culture, what they stand for, what they bring to the outdoor community. So I love these KC products. But I have the KC Gravity Pro headlights. They're phenomenal. I have the 10-inch light bar with amber cover, Flexera. I have the Flexera singles on my A-pillars. And then for the fog lights, I also have KC. Up top, probably definitely one of the most recognizable part of the front of the rig is just the KC carbon pods. And those project an insane amount of light. All in all, all in total, we probably have a gazillion billion candela power projecting some high intensity out there to light up the night. But yeah, in all seriousness, I can't be more pleased. I also have KC Sy-Klones around the perimeter or the bottom of my Jeep, and I'll show you that as well. So as far as lights are concerned, yeah, KC, and again, couldn't be happier with them. All right, moving on, let's talk about maybe the bumper. So the bumper I didn't want a stubby, but I did definitely want a low profile to give me a little more clearance for the wheels, and then just a good approach angle. And this is Poison Spyder. Very happy with it, never had any issues, and it's pretty beefy. So if for some reason an animal or something ever happened out there on the trail, I'm pretty confident this is going to take care of me and protect the front of my vehicle. Here I have the Midland USA bull bar antenna for my GMRS radio. It's mounted to KC bull bar mount, which works great. I have the worn winch with a factor 55 hook, and then just some simple, I believe they're worn D-rings up front. So yeah, definitely beefy, prepared to pull myself out if needed or help others, of course. But yeah, never let me down, and super excited about how this turned out. Again, this is over an 8-year time period. So this didn't happen overnight. It was just slow but sure. But I think I'm pretty happy of where this is at. And the only thing, if I could, evolve again over time, would be maybe just to try to have some lighter components and just make things a little lighter. Again, steel bumper is awesome. It does have some heft to it. So maybe if I had an option to do it aluminum, that would probably be very appealing to me. All right, so continuing with the front, kind of down below here, I have PSC hydraulic ram. And this has been probably one of the most influential, if you want to call it that, items that I've added to my Jeep. And it was just added recently, but the steering has changed dramatically after installing this. I can drive this down the road, one finger, two fingers, no problem, with uneven roads, wavy roads, bumps, and the steering just stays locked in. So I'm super excited about having installed this PSC ram. The drivability of the Jeep is just unbelievable now. It used to be a handful, but that's just simply because I modified the Jeep over the years, and I did it to myself, but things weren't dialed in. And now I believe, again, we'll walk around here, but this thing's completely dialed in, and it's such a joy to drive. So PSC hydraulic ram. This is a stock axle. So I kind of did the lights before lockers approach on my Jeep. I don't get out there and do any hardcore, rock crawling or insane situations. Not that I don't want to, and sometimes those are most certainly definitely fun and enjoyable. But for the most part, I get out. I just want to be able to get out where others predominantly can't go, and this will certainly get me there, and just give me peace of mind. But I have not upgraded the axle. So, but what I have done is I re-geared, of course, and I have 488s in here but I have the Artech Industry truss on the front axle. No problem, so far so good. And I have a Teraflex tie rod and sway bar up front, so heavy duty. Rock jock, anti-rock sway bar on the front. And again, I recently switched to a heavy duty bar in there. So I upgraded to the heavy duty bar, and that also made a tremendous difference in my handling because this Jeep is heavy. So anti-rock, rock jock anti-rock up front, heavy duty sway bar, Teraflex equipped PSC truss system, and I have heavy duty Teraflex adjustable ball joints. So yeah, I'm happy with it. No complaints. Everything's lasted and held up strong. So another feature toward the front of the Jeep is this AEV snorkel. And the reason I have a snorkel is not so much because I'm going to be crossing some deep water, although having this does give you peace of mind should you be in the situation that you need it. But it's predominantly for the dust. So here in Arizona, it's dusty, it's dirty, and we get very, very little rain. So this is more for dust to help keep my filter clean and help protect the engine long term. Very happy with the AEV snorkel. And then up top, I have the Sy-Klone. So really enjoy the Sy-Klone. The Sy-Klone really, it kind of spins there's a fan in there, and as air enters, it spins and it'll get a lot of that debris or dust, so to speak, out before it even makes its way to the air filter box. So very happy. AEV snorkel, Sy-Klone equipped up top. All right, let's talk a little bit about the suspension setup on my Jeep. So I currently am running the AEV 4.5-inch heavy duty springs, and very, very happy with these as well. So I remember when I first put these on, it lifted the Jeep so significantly, I thought something must have been wrong or something was not installed correctly. But just goes to show you how heavy my Jeep is, and on the standard springs, they just couldn't handle the weight. So this AEV 4.5-inch heavy duty spring has been phenomenal and very, very happy. I also have Falcon shocks, the 3.0 adjustable series, all around the Jeep. Yeah, it's, so the adjustability is nice. Are there shocks out there potentially more adjustable? Yes, but for what I do, I'm very happy. So I typically leave them in like the 2 setting, and you can do a micro adjustment here. Sometimes I'll put them on full stiff if I'm on the highway and just really loaded down, or I'll just put them on number 1, which would be full soft, if you will. So, coming out here, just some rough terrain, sometimes putting on 1 is very beneficial, and you can tell a difference. So when I first got these, I was wondering, well, I wonder if you can really tell a difference or if they're really going to be noticeable. But yes, you certainly can. So from full soft to full stiff, significant difference. So I forgot to mention while we were up front, I have the PSC oil cooler for the steering component, for the ram and for the steering box. So I have a heavy duty PSC steering box. Again, just fantastic. It's pretty much bulletproof, although it is a mechanical device and it does wear, but very happy with those items as well. All right, carrying on with the suspension. So this is also one of my most recent upgrades, and that is the long arms. So I have Teraflex long arm kit. Just like the ram, the hydraulic steering ram, this is probably also, I attribute the handling of my Jeep and the drivability to these long arms. It is a significant difference. I'm not even sure how to explain it, but the drivability, how you feel the road, it just feels, I don't want to say like a Cadillac, but it's almost a good adjective compared to how it used to be before I got the long arms installed. So yes, super, super happy. And again, if you watch any of my videos, I referenced this on my Northern California trip. The drivability is just great. And my friend Marco had told me, yes, Chris, it will make a massive difference and you will be pleased. Not that I didn't believe him, but you know, it just takes time and money to kind of upgrade these things. But I'm so glad I took his advice and finally got them installed. So long arms. Another recent upgrade was I put an anti-rock sway bar in the rear of my Jeep. So before it was just a stock, and again, it was good, but putting on the anti-rock sway bar, it kind of complements the front sway bar. So again, it's rock jock, anti-rock front and rear sway bars, but I upgraded both of the rods, if you will, to heavy duty. And this too, I think, contributed to just the overall handling of my Jeep, because again, it's top heavy, the Jeep's heavy, and you could feel it, you know, depending on the road and the terrain, have a little sway to it. So that anti-rock heavy duty front and rear sway bar, yes, of noticeable difference, and very glad I installed this as well. So heavy duty sway bars, front and back. So for my wheels, I'm running 17-inch KMC wheels. I have Nitto Ridge Grappler tires, 38-inch. And then for stopping power, I have Baer brakes, 6-piston with drilled rotors. And love the combination. I originally had 35-inch tires, went to 37-inch tires. And again, at the moment, over about the 8-year process of building this, this is where I'm at the moment. I would say I'm very, very happy with this. I don't intend on ever going to a larger tire. That involves a lot of other things that we have to start modding out, and I just don't foresee that happening. For what I do and where this is at and how the overall Jeep is handling at the moment, I couldn't be happier. So again, Nitto Ridge Grappler, KMC with Baer brakes, and the Baer brake rotor, drilled rotors. Yeah, it does a great job, great combination. Ham radio antenna. All right, so how are we doing? Have we missed anything? I think we're doing well, but we might have to do just one quick walk around just to make sure I didn't miss anything. It's getting a little warm out here, but under the shade significantly helps. Okay, let's jump to inside the Jeep in the front at the cockpit, and let's just see what I have going on up there. Okay, so up front here, I have a factor 55 bar that goes across the dash. Very versatile. This mount here is from our Garmin InReach Mini, and that typically lives here. I have a 67 Designs phone mount. I have just a light switches, toggles, if you will, which is, I believe this is a trigger controller. And the cool thing is you can kind of take it off. You could take this to your rooftop tent, take it to wherever you're camping or campfire, and just, it's portable. So if you want to turn your lights on remote, you can do that, and you just pop it back in, and it lives there. Let's see, I have another control system up here, which again is for my lights and lockers. I have a little just handheld radio mount here. I think it's Jeep unique for a portable GMRS or ham radio. And then I have my Kenwood D7 10G ham radio here. This is my iPad mount for navigation. So I have that there. My Midland GMRS radio. Down here I have more light controls. This is for my chase bar in the back, which we'll talk about here shortly. So yeah, that's pretty much the front cockpit. iPad mount, factor 55 bar across the dashboard, ham radio, GMRS radio, phone mount, more light switches, my InReach Mini mount, and again, up here is more controllers for lights and lockers. I do have over here just a tourniquet, Fieldcraft Survival, very handy. And then I have a Benchmade seatbelt cutter mounted right here. If we keep going back here, I have an external speaker mounted for my ham radio. This speaker is. And then over here, I have another external mounted speaker for my GMRS radio. And I've just found that being able to have those speakers up in the corners mounted is just so much easier to hear versus the speaker on the headset or the control unit itself or under the seat. So very happy with those speakers. And I think that's about all for the internal cockpit here. Whew, it's getting a little toasty. I might need to get some ice water here and cool off. One last item, definitely can't forget. It's a gift from my daughter. See if you can see that. Live, explore, can do. And then on the back, you got this, Dad. Keep going and never give up. Love, Bella. Super special. Thank you, Bella. Love you. All right, moving to the back of the Jeep. I have my storage drawer system, if you will. This was created by Turtleback Trailers. The original owner of Turtleback, Dave. This was a prototype that he built, but I don't believe it ever made it to production. And when I was over there one day, this was under one of the storage racks, and I think I asked, "Hey, Dave, you going to use that? Can I purchase that?" So he said, "Yeah, no, I need to get rid of it." And so I purchased this. Very, very nice. It has big drawers for storage. Up top, I have a lot of my propane, air hoses, tools, things like that. And then down here, I use a lot of stuff for my cooking supplies and my cubes, my packing cubes. Nice little countertop here, slides out, and then there's a Cook Partner stove, also slides out, folds into this, slides into this. ARB refrigerator, so I've had this almost from day one, so really no issues with my ARB refrigerator. It's on a Dometic slide out, very heavy duty. I also have a tie down system on top of this, so depending what I'm loading, I can use it for multi-purpose tie downs up top. I have two power tanks, CO2 power tanks. Why two? Well, two is one and one is none. And I found out the hard way one time when I had one power tank, CO2, I was out of CO2 and I was air down way low and no means to air back up. So I had to slow drive to a fire station that was in the vicinity. It was a remote little town. But anyway, two power tanks, CO2. I have a charge can here built by Adventure Power Solutions and really happy with this. I also have Vectron control system for all my battery charging needs and power. I have a 3000 watt inverter back here, and then I have a 100 amp hour lithium battery. Yeah, it's, is it ideal how this is located and stored up here? Probably not. But again, as I continue to evolve and continue to build, maybe one day I'll get the seat delete and I'll put this stuff more up front. But can't complain. Very happy with it at the moment. All right, so at the back again, we have a Poison Spyder rear bumper. This is steel, very heavy duty. Worn D-rings again. I have KC lights back here. Use them predominantly for setting up camp, just whenever, of course, you need to illuminate the rear. Very bright, very happy with those. Down here, so again, I have a stock axle. That's just the Dana 44, but again, I have had no issues with it. Again, the Falcon 3.0 shocks are back here. I talked about the Rock Jock heavy duty anti-rock sway bar system, and I have Eton electronic E-Locker back here as well. So very happy, but that's predominantly the rear of my Jeep. So I have a Poison Spyder rear tire carrier, and again, these are 38-inch tires, pretty heavy, but no problems whatsoever with the tire carrier. Up top, I have a Rhino Rack backbone platform system, and very, very durable. I've had that almost since day one, so it's going on about 8 years old. And up the rooftop tent is my BDV Duo iKamper. Really, really enjoying that. It's just incredibly fast. 60 seconds up, 60 seconds down. Yeah, so enjoyable. I also have a 140 watt iKamper equipped solar panel up top to help power my house battery system. Never had any issues with it. It does a fantastic job keeping that battery powered up as long as we have that bright, beautiful sun to work its magic. I also have a DMOS shovel on the side. You always need a good shovel for multiple reasons, and when you got to go do that thing out in the wild, the shovel comes in handy. So another apparent piece of gear that I have on my Jeep is the iKamper ExoShell 270 awning, and this again, you almost can't live in Arizona without it, and I would argue you can't be anywhere without a good awning, because the sun, no matter where you're at, is definitely going to catch up with you eventually. So really, really enjoy this as well. I actually did a video review on this a couple episodes back, so please check that out if you're at all interested. And I did that review out in 112 degree weather, so it was a little warmer than today. I think again today's only supposed to be 105, but yeah, iKamper ExoShell 270 awning along with my iKamper BDV Duo rounds out kind of the top portion of my rig. And I just remembered I also have the Teraflex step/rock sliders on my vehicle as well. I've actually seen one of my friends has a set of those, and I've seen his Jeep be fully supported by that Teraflex rock slider. So it is aluminum, but it is very well built and very well engineered. So that is the walk around of my 2016 JKU Jeep, and hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions or thoughts on why I chose the gear I chose, what has been my experience with it, again, nearly 8 years now for a lot of this stuff, I'm more than happy to answer your questions, and I'll be objective as I can. You know, if there's anything that I dislike or found that didn't work, positives, I'm more than happy to share. And I'll be honest, at the moment, how this is right now, again, 8 years in the making, but I just don't know if there's anything that would really change. It's handling great. The PSC hydraulic ram, the long arms, the Rock Jock, anti-rock front and rear heavy duty sway bars, the AEV springs heavy duty, Teraflex suspension, Falcon shocks, just everything at the moment is, I'm loving it. The Jeep morphed over the years. It handled well, it didn't, then it did. I added some more things. So it's ever changing. And again, the budgets for me, you know, it's only so much money to put into the rig. And again, 8 years in the process. So over time, I'm super, super happy where it's at. I love getting out in it. And again, it's created so many memories for me. Yeah, just super, super fortunate to have had the opportunity to build this, experience it. And I can't wait to get out there and just keep adventuring, using my Jeep, meeting new friends, seeing new places, building those relationships. And the only thing I can think of potentially in the future that this thing would need is a motor. So when that time comes, we'll do another video on the motor situation. knock on wood, but it's running strong. It's going great, but you know, it is a high mileage. My Jeep, believe it or not, has about 150,000 miles on it. And some of you who see this in person, who have commented, I know one of my friends, he says, hey man, that thing always looks spotless. Well, number one, I get out, it's actually dirtier than it is clean. But for some reason in photos or video, black actually looks like it's clean for some reason. Though in person, you can certainly tell that it's not the cleanest, it's pretty dirty. Anyway, yeah, but 150,000 miles, but I take great care, great pride in my equipment. So when something needs maintenance, I'm pretty much on it right away and it's getting done because this is an investment. Might be the only Jeep I ever have and I want it to last. So that's my mentality when it comes to my equipment, my Jeep, my gear. Hope you enjoyed it again. Thank you so much for watching. Well, we're working our way back to the main road here. But yeah, wow, I just love this area. It's just so scenic. A lot of saguaro, these mountains, ravines, washes. This is a really great spot, and it's less than an hour from my house. So super fortunate to be able to get out here and have this type of environment close to home. I just pulled over real quick. I wanted to show you the Central Arizona Aqueduct. So it runs right through here. And it looks really full. Must have released some water. I'll tell you what, it does look refreshing, because it's a hot one out here. Looks a little green though, so yeah, I don't think I would trust that to go for a swim. That's a lot of water though. 105 degrees. Got to be some serious evaporation going on out there. All right, we're just about, well, we are to now like the main gravel road to get out of here, and then we'll hit pavement again. But really enjoyed being out here, getting out to this location. It's just always a great time. Just need to come back as soon as possible. Might be kind of hard to see, but I received a thunderstorm and flood warning on my phone for the city I live in, and yeah, you can see it kind of rolling in. So I'm probably 25 miles, maybe, from 25, 30 miles, but you can see it rolling in. That's kind of Arizona for you. Monsoons kind of roll in the afternoons. I'm not sure if that's a monsoon, but just like a thunderstorm or some kind of activity, but it is rolling in. Whew. It's hot. I had a little bit of beef jerky on my way out. I haven't ate all day, but I ran out of water. So just hit pavement here. Gonna fill up again real quick before about the 30-40 minute drive home. I think this is my 6th bottle today. The awesome thing about having a refrigerator on board, has some nice cool water. All right, let's hit it. Well, that storm I was talking about, looks like it's definitely a dust storm. Visibility is not too bad, but about 100 yards over there, I can't see anything. So I just got to be prepared. It's going to go to 0 visibility. Looks like people are braking up ahead. Yeah, when these kind of monsoons, dust storms roll in, you really got to be careful, because it can just turn to like a whiteout, 0 visibility super fast. All right, I think that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed the walk around of my 2016 Jeep JKU and enjoyed one of my favorite spots close to home. And again, thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, subscribing. I really appreciate it. And Until next time, live, explore, can do.